Joining me now from Southern California, spokesperson for the Fight Sanctuary State movement, Ben Bergquam. Ben, you're back from south of the border in Tijuana investigating this as a citizen journalist, if you will. You certainly saw signs that the Americans are not going down because the borderline is shorter, but you also saw signs that many of these people, possibly all of them, would not fall into the category of refugee, correct?
No, that's without exception, every single person that we spoke to was coming for jobs. Number one was jobs, economic benefit. There's no question about it. When you look at what is required under asylum, most, if not all, will not qualify.
Right, and that's what we're finding out. If they do end up showing up for their court date, you know, they're allowed into this republic, they're given some paperwork, a notice to appear, and then most of them do not show up to court, but the ones who do, most of them are not falling under the refugee category. But you did find something else when you were down there. I find this fascinating. The National Lawyers Guild has, and I hate to giggle, but it's the truth. They had a presence there. In the first location, the migrant camp, they call it, was moved from a location right along the border to a little bit more interior, away from the border. Bottom line, the National Lawyers Guild moved right along with them.
Yeah, and what's interesting is from the start to the finish, all the way from Central America to our southern border and into America, this whole caravan seems to be being pushed by leftist activists, and the National Lawyers Guild is one of the worst. We were there trying to get the story, trying to figure out what was going on, and the fact that they were placed right there, right by the border. And we also heard from some of the Tijuana residents who were trying to actually help the people that run Christian-based nonprofit groups here in Tijuana. They were saying that they were training, these leftist groups were telling the people, these caravan, they were manipulating them. They were the ones telling them to rush the border. And so yesterday when we were over there actually trying to find some solutions for this mother, Maria, the one that everyone's seen the picture of running with the two children away from the tear gas. Folks in Tijuana were trying to help find some shelter for her. And we were approached and told that we didn't have a right to be there by this crazy woman from the National Lawyers Guild.
So do you get the feeling that one way or another, these people that are camped out just south of our border are going to come into our country? They're going to get into our country, whether it's exploiting the loopholes in the law vis-a-vis asylum, or these lawyers down there, you know, working to figure out a way to get them across the border, or possibly violating our sovereignty illegally. One way or another, they're going to come in, or are they going to turn around and eventually go home?
My hope is the latter. I really hope, and it comes down to us. It comes down to what America does. Our president's doing the right thing right now, securing the border, our border patrol and our military down there, stopping the invasion. And it is an invasion. There's no question about it. What has to happen, though, is these groups that are aiding and abetting this criminal activity need to start being held accountable. I think we need some criminal charges brought against these individuals that are down there with these leftist groups that are pushing this forward. And what also needs to happen is when the news needs to get back to those Central American countries that you will not get across if you get here. Unfortunately, our asylum laws make it easy, and that's why the left exploits them.
Yeah, and that's been my message here. These people have to be turned away, and it has to be done very publicly to send the message to other would-be illegals that, hey, it ain't that easy, and you're not going to get entry. And we also have to take away eventually the incentives and close these gaping loopholes. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this all over again into the new year. Ben, thank you for your reporting.
Honored to do it. Thanks for having me.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.